I believe in books. When I was in elementary school, my house was filled with tension, and I found solace in a few simple pleasures around my bedroom. My ancient CD player, my stuffed animals, which I favored over dolls, but most frequently my books. My dad moved to America from Chile when he was 30, and he taught himself to speak English by reading books in our language. My mom similarly grew up in an explosive setting and valued her books like treasures. It was only natural that that appreciation of the written word passed on to me. It actually took me a while to come to terms with being a bookworm. All of my friends excelled in singing, drawing, or sports. I could finish a 700-page book in under 5 hours. Impressive, yes. Useful? I didn't think so. Over the years, I realized more and more that actually, books are really special. Technology is quickly and efficiently trying to usurp the magic of picking up a good book. Kindles and Nooks are a great way to encourage gadget lovers to read, and I thank technology for that, because reading is a valuable skill. I, personally, would never choose a tablet device over good old-fashioned paper and ink, though. There's some truth to that idea that books in bookstores have a special smell to them. Compare it to that new car smell. There's a very particular, impossible-to-describe smell to books. New books smell different than old books, and Barnes & Noble smells different than your local library, but it's there. Anybody with experience opening a new book could tell you that. Also, there's an overwhelming joy that comes at cracking the spine of a new book. Dog-earing a crisp page or scribbling notes in the margin helps make a book your own. Not only that, but you can learn a lot about a book's owner if they pass a book on to you. I take time to read pages carefully that clearly were previously bent at the corner because a friend stopped there or wanted to make note of that page's contents. And I personally bend the corners of my pages that resonate most with me when I read. It adds a personal touch to a beloved novel. The text of a book brings about its own comfort, too. You get the same effect from reading a passage via a book or a Nook because of the words, but in today's world, we spend so much time reading virtual text. It's almost lackluster absorbing that information off of a reading tablet because your eyes are so used to seeing that sort of text organized by pixels almost daily. It's much less aggressive on the eyes to read from a book, firstly, but a charcoal black text against an almost white page promotes a totally different feeling. For me, at least, it's more gentle and welcoming to fall into a story when I'm reading off of a page. Books are meant not just to be read, but to be experienced and savored. Without discrediting tablets, you just can't get the same effect if you opt out of a physical book. Bound within its pages is more than just text and paper. When you open a book, you open a portal into a different world that you're in control of shutting off again. You're also opening thousands of hours spent behind the scenes by its author, who wasn't visualizing their work projected on screens of gadgets. No, the end goal of an author is a beautifully bound book, an illustrative cover, a neatly organized page-after-page story. Something you can hold on to physically and emotionally, a world accessible to a reader willing to invest time into appreciating it. I believe in books.